Okay, everybody, Sensei Nick here. We're talking about instructor job descriptions, and before we go into that, the most important thing is the personality of an instructor. All right, number one, they have to have a dynamic personality. All right, they have to be high energy. Okay, they have to be detail oriented. So dynamic, they have to be always coming up with ideas. High energy, they cannot go on the mat, and it doesn't matter what happened in their personal life, okay, or happened, at school or wherever they are. They cannot carry that into the classroom. All right, I've actually have walked on the people's floors before while they were teaching because I knew that they were having challenges at home or personal challenges, and I walked up to them and I've actually told them to leave. I said, "Go home. I got this class." It's a true story. Someone was doing kickboxing. He was mad he had to teach because he just didn't want to. He wanted to leave early. I was actually on the schedule to leave early that night. Anyway, all the kickboxers had came in. He's started the class off. This is how he started the class. He actually just started, instead of getting everybody pumped up to start the cardio kickboxing class, he was like this. He would have his face, he was just like down the right. So anyway, I just walked up to him, I took his headset off, and I said, "You can go home." And then that was when I was working for somebody. So you cannot have someone like that on the mat. If you do, you're better off causing a scene and getting them off the mat. All right, than letting them just demoralize your students and not motivate them. So keep that in mind. Some of the responsibilities for the job, like you heard me in the earlier videos, and you're going to hear me in some of the future videos. School appearance, okay, critical. Like I had said, the analogy I've used is it's your kingdom. Instructors, you have to look at it. That's your kingdom. So no matter if you're the lowest instructor, the head instructor, you're picking up trash, you're looking around, you're making sure it's clean. Trash bags are clean. The front door is clean. Everything dealing with the school should be clean. Delegation of tasks. The instructor, the head instructor, should be delegating the tasks of the instructors underneath of them. Whether it's cleaning responsibilities, working with maybe your non-active students or trying to get your non-active students back, C students, booster lessons, whatever it takes, basically. You hear that a lot. Whatever it takes. So delegating those tasks to the rest of the team. Training assistant instructors, that is the head instructor's job position. They're responsible. So when you have bad instructors underneath you, instead of complaining about them, take a look at yourself. Did you spend a Sunday afternoon training them for 4 hours? Are you trying to work with them? Are you taking them? I've done things where I've taken them to the mall. I've helped them with their clothing. I've taken them to get haircuts. I've had them sleep at my house. I've tried everything. So if your instructors aren't the way you want them to be, really look at yourself because you're not spending enough time with them and grooming them. All right, so that's up to you to make that happen. Overall progress of students, including testing, it's your responsibility to make sure everything, like they know the material, they're coming in, and they're ready for testing. Okay, C and non-active calls, good job equals retention. So your C and non-active calls, like when the student's going to quit. If you don't, then you really want to go through this course because I can tell you, I could take out my attendance cards, print out my reports. I know who's going to quit. All right, one of the rules you hear me say all the time is basically, here's the thing. If a student misses 1 week of class, okay, they miss 1 week of class, there's actually a 75% chance they'll come back. If they miss 2 weeks of class, there's a 50% chance they'll come back to class. If they miss 3 weeks, it goes down to 25%. Once they miss a month of classes, they are gone. The chance of them coming back is slim to none. So C student calls, the people that are going to quit, the non-active calls, trying to fight to get those non-actives back in because those are the people that are going to stop paying you eventually. Okay? One thing that we talked about before was 4 or 5 years ago, we'd have non-active students that were on a 12-month program. After 4 or 5 months, they kind of faded off, and they would just let their agreement run out. Well, now with the economy and the way people are, as soon as they miss a week, they're going to stop paying you. They're going to stop their credit card, and they will not pay you. So you must be on top of your students and making sure they're coming in. Motivation talks in class and with weak students. I don't know how many motivational talks I've given people as far as quitting, like people that want to quit. It is very tough because you're constantly talking about striving to become a black belt, or you're striving to be achieve goals, and then you have all day long you're also dealing with the people that want to quit, and whether it's financial, whether they just lose interest, whatever, you have to be able to pump them up. Don't let anyone quit over the phone. Your whole staff must know. Anybody wants to quit, they need to talk to me. That's it. You're the head instructor. Do not let anybody quit. You have the best chance. Your receptionist is not going to save a student. All right. So make them. I'm sorry. You need to talk to Sensei Nick. So I can schedule you for a time to come in. What will be good for you? And no matter what, make time for that student. Okay. Lesson planning. That's up to the head instructor. You know, we have some sample lesson plans in here, so you can check that out. School events and in-school promotion. The instructors, the head instructor, all school events they should be at, and same thing with your other staff as well, they should be there too. Using social media to sell energy and appeal. All right, the instructors are very much a part of that process. You can't rely on your front desk person to solely drive people to Facebook. Okay, your classes, you must drive people to Facebook. All right, if I can give you 10 examples. If you haven't been through our social media course, that's probably what I'd recommend for you. But you could, every day when you're teaching, you can be talking to your students and explain to them that, okay, guys, tonight I want to go over this a tip on one of my techniques tonight. I'll have it on Facebook. Simple ways like that to drive them to Facebook in your classes. Make sure everybody starts checking out my blog on Facebook. I'm going to have links to my blog on there. All right, videos, tips. Okay, it's really easy, but it's up to the instructors to drive people. If Facebook isn't working, it's because you're not working. Your staff's not working. You have to make it work. Overseeing entire staff and reporting to the owner. So if if someone has to go, then they have to go. It's your job to tell the owner that that person needs to go. All right. Same thing. If someone's doing a good job, let the owner know that that person's doing a good job. So these are some of the basic job descriptions. You're going to see a lot of cool videos to help you out more with this. But again, instructor job descriptions. Personality is key. All right. High energy. Inspirational and motivational. That's what I taught everybody. An instructor is inspirational and motivational. Okay, all the time. Not sometimes, all the time. Start with this. These are the instructor job descriptions, and good luck with training your staff.